Fair skin is a beauty standard deeply ingrained in Indian society, influenced by everything from historical traditions to modern media. But where does this obsession come from and why does it persist even today? We set out to find the answers.
It's actually a very cruel truth in Indian society that people having dark color skin tone, they still prefer a white color bahu.
I agree. I do think Indians are highly obsessed with fair skin.
The beauty standard, as you can see, is being fair skin is idealized as the ideal beauty standard, right?
Tell you an anecdote. Till very recently, I used to think then when people used to say Russian, I used to think of vodka. I never thought that they are referring to Russian girls. But when I encountered this idea, I was taken aback that they are giving such a they are demeaning them, and also at the same time they are perpetuating, they are popularizing them as something to achieve.
I think there's still a large, post-colonial influence in the Indian society, and I think the reason is that because of colonial influence, there has been, the fair skin is idolized as the beauty standard.
The thing is, Indians have a tendency to like desire what they don't have, or something which is like very less common. So Indian skin is usually like in the brown tones, right? So it has nothing to do with like Britishers coming to India and then dominating this fair skin or something.
No matter how much India tries to shake off, there's always this, voice inside our heads that fair skin is the beauty symbol, ultimate beauty symbol. So you can see advertisements like fair and lovely, fair and handsome. So these are just examples of the beauty industry commercializing and idolizing the fairness of the skin. So yeah, it also has to do with like elitism, like people coming from like people like having born with fair skin is like considered to be of high class. So that exists in Indian society as well. So yeah, I think it's largely contributed by this colonialism and Western values. Yeah.
Look, this is a very old history where all the Indians think, including all Maharajas, Rajas, Nawabs, that fair skinned people are the only people in this universe who are good. They judge people by their skin tone, which is actually not right. And this is why you can see all the beauty products which can make your skin brighter, fairer, are flourishing in the market, and they're doing good business, extremely good business they are doing.
I think it's about a standard that is set. So just like in America or in Britain, like people are obsessed with the tan skin because they are fair. But Indian people are dark and dusky, so I think like their desire to be fair more.
I just believe that it's many centuries old sort of conditioning that's happened because of in Indians being made to feel inferior via the British and other colonies. And I feel it's just this aspiration to be more like the West, and with that comes fair skin. And so how always Indians are considered brown and darker skin, it's just this desire to be more like the West, and I think that's why they value fair skin. I just think it's that.
I think this thing has been reinforced since the advertisement industry started blossoming, and all the advertisement we used to see, not only about the skin of women but also of the men and handsome, fair and lovely, all these things, they are built upon the narrative that to sell Indians those which they don't need, the idea, the concept of fair skin, and that became things of household.
So I would like to give you a slightly different perspective, because I think this question is possibly not framed correctly. The correct question would be, why everybody in the world, not just Indians, it's Middle Easterns, Chinese, Japanese, Thai, Korean, everybody is obsessed with lighter skin. Even Europeans, they think that lighter skin or European descent has endowed them with some kind of superior attributes. But I think I used to be also concerned about complexion. But I think over the years, when I'm married to a Norwegian girl, I think that has changed.
So I think that the lighter skin you have, that it says something about your finances, that you are better off, because if you are darker, it means that you have been working outside, maybe a farmer or somebody in the street sweeping. Uh, but I have to say, when I came here, I didn't know that they were so obsessed with white colors.
And I have realized that to judge a person from the complexion of his skin or her skin is really very petty and very unintelligent.
But I see that we live in Norway, so his mom says to him, if we are out in the summer and he gets a little darker, she immediately says to him that, oh, you become so dark. So for me, I don't understand it, but I see it's a thing here.
Well, to me, beauty is very subjective, and I can't really answer this because I don't think that way. I've never understood that concept, and I don't understand.
I think we should not. I feel very disrespectful when anybody say or talk about a skin tone or gender or anything else.
And I think majorly the Gen Z, which we see nowadays, is a very show-off generation, as we know. So it's not like they themselves follow it or not. They have textured skin, they have acne, they have everything, but then they have this thing of flawlessness, right? Fair skin, white is clean, black is not clean. So all these narratives, but then you have like so many movements going on fair skin. You go to America, you go to Britain, you see fair people actually using tan spray and trying to look of color. So beauty standards vary. It has nothing to do with fair skin as a main notion. It has to do with your what you believe and what you want to show off. It's just a matter to stand out. In a good way or bad way, that's subjective. It's just a matter to stand out.
And it's a very subjective thing. You need days, nights, and months to explain this because it is a history. It's a long history. People say that I am white, you are black. In India, we say you're South Indian, I'm North Indian. Here we say you are this and I am this. You are a Northeastern, I'm a North Indian. So this entire discrimination is there, and we should zero out this discrimination because today's era, everybody is handsome, everybody is smart, every girl is beautiful. They know how to take care of themselves, and I think it's not right.
But I really don't. I really feel like our brown skin, which I don't have, unfortunately, is one of our most beautiful features. I would love to have a more wheatish complexion. I was told, although growing up, never to have coffee, never to have tea because my skin would turn dark. But I absolutely hate that, and I feel like all my friends who have wheatish, brownish complexion is like one of the most beautiful features across the globe, and I think one should really learn to love that. Yeah.
Whether it's the impact of colonial rule, cultural ideals, or modern marketing, India's fascination with fair skin reflects a complex history. Interestingly, in some countries, people with fair skin tan themselves to achieve a different beauty standard, while those with darker or duskier skin often strive to appear fairer. No one is born thinking their skin is not beautiful. These ideas are social constructs. Nature creates beauty in every form. By questioning these constructed beauty standards, we can begin to redefine them, embracing and celebrating all the shades and tones that make us uniquely human.